What's up, coin collectors? This is Diesel Driver 44 here in my truck out in the oil field here, and I got a coin that you probably haven't seen in a YouTube video. You've seen it advertised in auctions, but you probably haven't seen the video for it. So here it is. 1878 Carson City XF45 half Liberty. Purchased it the other day. Got a hell of a story. So, hold on, let me put the phone down real quick here. So, my wife and I are out, and I want to go down to the antique store because I've bought coins from the guy there previously. And I walk in, the lady says, "Oh, he's not here." I'm like, too bad. So we're walking around. He comes walking in, and I said, "Hey, I want to buy some coins off of you," because I've started selling coins on eBay. As you know, I was putting a collection of bus tabs together. Started doing that, and then kind of just started selling some and started participating in heritage auctions, and been rolling on. So anyway, I say to this guy, I'm looking for some $100, $200, $300 coins so that I can resell, send in, get graded, and resell. He says, "No, I don't want to get rid of any of my coins." He supposedly has a great collection. And he says, "I do have one coin I'll get rid of." I said, "And what's that?" He says, "It's a $5 gold piece, 1878 Carson City." And I said, "How much do you want for that?" He says, $7,500. I said, "That's way too rich for my blood right now." So my wife and I leave, driving away, and I say, "Man, I wonder if a friend of mine in Houston would go in with me to buy it." And this guy, well, I can't really say friend, person that I know, he owns a coin shop. So anyway, I call him up and I say, "I got this for this price." He says, "Wow, let me call you right back, see if I can find a buyer." It takes him about an hour, 15 minutes to call me back. But in the meantime, I call Heritage Auctions. And I talk to the guy up there, and I tell him what I have. And he says, "You have what?" I tell him again. He says, "Seriously?" He said, "I gotta look this up." So he says, "Yeah, one of those in that condition has not been up for auction in 11 years. So right away, I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta buy this thing." So I tell my wife that, and I go into the bank, see what we got, and I call the guy up, and I say, "Hey, I want to come look at it, take pictures of it so I can send it to my guy in Houston." But in the meantime, the Houston guy calls me back and says, "I'll buy it for 8. I don't even need to see it." So I go over to, but in the meantime, the Heritage guy had told me that the last one to sell sold for $12,600. So anyway, we go over to the guy's house, and nice guy, him and his wife, really nice people, and he's got a coin collection, I'm sure, that's had to be seen. It has to be seen. But anyway, I'm sitting there, would take my 5-year-old son with me, and I say, "I'll give you $6,000. And he says, "No, I turned down $5,000. The guy at the pawn shop, he says it's worth $10,000. So I said, "You're shooting the shit a little while." And I said, "I'll give you $65,000. And then it's still no. And right before I'm ready to leave, I said, I'll give you $7,000. $500 now. I had stopped at the bank. And my wife will bring you $6,500 in the morning. You keep the coin, you give me a receipt. Oh, all right, let me go talk to the wife. Goes talk to the wife. Comes out, you got a deal. I'm like, holy shit, I just bought a $7,000 coin. So I start calling around to all the major coin dealers that I know. And I got offered $9,250 from somebody, $11,000 from somebody. And then I talked to somebody in New York, and they offered me $11,500. And I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. But it could be in a show, an auction, major auction. We don't know what it would bring. But in the meantime, I call somebody that is... Oh, shit. I just dropped it. I call somebody that is supposedly the premier gold, rare gold expert in America. One of the top ones. I have seen him on Coin Week with Charles Morgan, who I think is great. This guy has written an article that says that this coin is the most underappreciated coin. The half eagle. This one is the most underappreciated. Has only 9,000 minted. It's the third rarest. There's only about 100 known. Of the 100, about 80% of them are XF or lower. 10 to 12 of them are higher than XF. 3 to 4 are 55s. 2 to 3 are 58s. And 3 to 4 are higher than that. And there's one single one graded by NGC that's graded MS63, which was discovered in Alaska 20 years ago. And CAC has approved 6 of them that are at VF35 and only 1 at XF45, which we might send into this because the person in New York wants to send it in to get regraded. They think it possibly could go up one more grade, or CAC if we can. So anyway, this person that's well known, I leave him a message on his phone. This is where his story gets even funnier. I leave him a message on his phone, say, give me a call, this is what I have, blah, 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 blah. When he calls me back a few hours later, I'm in the truck driving on the highway, and I answer the phone. And, he's on speaker, I got cameras in my truck, and he says, this is so-and-so. And it just like kind of goes dead, and I'm waiting for him to say, yeah, I'm calling about your 1878 Carson City. He doesn't say anything. I said, oh, hey, I jump in and I say, hey, how you doing? I saw you on Coin Week, or heard you on Coin Week. I read your article. And he says, okay. And I said, I have this coin. I was calling people around to see what it might bring, what somebody might offer me. And he says, so you've called other people? I said, yeah. He goes, well, then why are you calling me? And I said, well, what am I supposed to do? Take the first person I talk to? I don't go to the doctor and talk, get surgery without getting a second opinion. And then he says to me, what did he say? Something about, so do these people have pictures? I said, yeah, I sent them pictures. He said, well, you didn't send any pictures to me. And I was like, dude, you just called me right now. How the hell am I supposed to send you pictures? I'm thinking that. So in the meantime, we had talked about the grade and who was graded by, and maybe we can cross grade it, whatever. And then he mentions the whole picture thing. So I'm like, okay, well, thanks a lot, and I hang up because I figure I'll get his information off his website. Obviously that's how I'm going to have to get his information. So he calls me back and is basically raising hell with me about how the hell am I supposed to send him a picture if I don't have his information. I'm thinking, dude, you just called me and bitched me out for not sending you a picture. Anyway, I told him he was an asshole and hung up on him. I don't know, man. He brags about all the hundreds of thousands of dollars in coins he sells, and $1 million coin. But dude just got an attitude, or at least he did that day, which was yesterday. But anyway, this is the coin. You might see it at a show. You might not. I might just add it to the collection. Have a good one, and happy hunting.